Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lloyd 212, and I'm with Vaughn. What's up, Vaughn?
What's up?
What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
And today's cast is sponsored by Hayden. What's up, Hayden?
I've seen Infinity War twice now.
Okay, don't spoil it.
All right, this is a bigger question. Why aren't you at the movies yet?
I was working, though. Actually, yeah. I was going to go, but then past 2 days, my boss asked me, there's some crisis and stuff going on, and I have to have my phone on constantly. If I go to the movies, I shut my phone off, so I don't want to be bothered. So I'm definitely off tomorrow. I'm definitely going tomorrow morning.
Hey, Hayden.
Yeah.
Hayden, I got one question for you. Not spoiling anything, but
was
it the biggest thing since sliced bread? Was it really good?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
It was great.
Is that sarcasm or was that real?
No, I loved it.
It's great.
Okay. Joe gave it a 10 out of 10.
Great.
Yeah, do you know what it is? Here's one way to explain it. It's every episode 12 of Russell T Davies era Doctor Who. That's exactly what it is.
It's what?
It's Bad Wolf meets Army of Ghosts meets Sound of Drums meets Stolen Earth. That is that
Jesus.
plus Marvel.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a
Wow.
That's how it brings the characters together, and it has that mega kind of cliffhanger that leaves you wanting the next part.
All right.
That is a masterclass on how to get shit done with the movies.
Right.
How to bring everything together over a 10-year course. That's
amazing.
Things. You done build. It's a masterpiece in world building because you done build up this world. Now you can do that. DC, take notes.
Yeah.
DC, take a note.
Yeah, it's a Star Wars Marvel movie, more or less.
Right.
The scope of it's huge. The way it's shot is great. No one gives a bad performance at all. It's all great. You feel emotion. You feel the humor. The humor is great.
Right.
And so
shame on the people who tried to spoil it on Instagram, on PlayStation Network, on Facebook, on Tumblr, on Twitter, on Google Plus.
Shame.
F you mothers that tried.
Yeah, no, there's no point spoiling anything because it really is like it's made for you personally, Marvel fans. It's made for it's a payoff for everyone who's stuck with the franchise for so long, saying here's a present for all of your hard work. This is what you get for supporting us for 10 years. And yeah, I think it really is like it is like a Christmas present. You get to unwrap it, you get all of these things happening and connecting that you didn't think were going to happen, and you get all sorts of interactions and all sorts of scenarios that are just, it's like, who would have thought this day would come when a comic book movie was actually even bigger than the comic book itself?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
Like, back in the day.
And if it doesn't win something at least for cinematography, then, or nominated for something like that, then you know the Oscars and that are rigged.
Man,
the visual effects are incredible. Just insane.
I can't wait to see this.
I think Black Panther and this one will qualify for next Oscar, but I don't see Oscars nominating them.
There are two specific set pieces with the visuals, cinematography, and the effects are so good. That's we've already seen in the trailer. That's the Wakanda battle and the Titan battle with Iron Man. Those two look fantastic, and they're just done perfectly. And it's just like it will fly by because there are so many characters and you are jumping around. It's going to be like a Doctor Who episode finale where you're like, I don't want it to end. I want to see more people come and keep going. But if you like the structure of something like Stolen Earth, Journey's End, I think
I love that.
You'll love it. You'll love it.
God.
It's almost as if Russell T Davies came in and wrote the movie with these guys. Like it's if you gave Russell T Davies $500 million and said do another finale, that would be this.
Right.
But man.
But you've also given him the emotional connection of 40 odd characters from the last 19 movies on top. So it's like if like what I did, so I basically went back over the last 3 weeks and I watched every Marvel movie one
Holy crap.
night, cleaning up. And obviously, like, because of uni and stuff, it's hard to always watch movies, but I did watch them all. And before that, I was kind of off it a bit. I was off superhero movies. I was like, whatever. Like, they're all just kind of the same. Watched them again. Loved them this time round. Had a whole new outlook on them, watching them in order, because this is the first time I've actually watched them from start to finish in a like small time frame. Because I've seen them all at the cinema since 2008 when I was like 10. I went to see Iron Man, and so like all of it now, watching it for the first time in order, I got the story more, and I got more of a connection to the characters, and I actually picked up on more things. Like, I thought the visuals all around in every film have been spectacular, and I even picked up on the soundtracks of the movies. Like, the actual musical scores are really underrated, I feel. And the Avengers theme, if you love the Avengers theme, like, you're going to be like in like Valhalla in some of these scenes. Like, oh,
wow,
good. Like, there's just some, it's literally like getting to the end of a book and being, you know what I mean? Like, you've done all the development, you've done all of the build up, and now it's like, enjoy, just enjoy. And but it's not like it's just stupid. Like, let's throw anything on the screen.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like Feige and whoever decided to go, okay, we got to have these two things connect, right? But
it has to flow
at the same time.
Yeah. And just coming out of it, like, I went second time with my dad yesterday, and Dad likes his superheroes, but he's always been more DC than Marvel.
Right.
And he's always said, coming out of like Avengers and stuff, he goes, it was good, like, it was all right, but I feel like it could be more of this, more of that. But he came out of this yesterday saying, I loved it. He says, he said he loved it, and he said that he thinks Avengers 4 could be like the biggest film of all time, like what they've set up in the next film.
But don't tell me, because I have no
No. I'd say all I'm saying is that the film they set up and what we are going into next year could be like the most epic conclusion to like any sort of series. And if it has to close off and kill characters in the end, you know what I'm saying? They have to do it, because we need that ending, because you can't do this again later on. You need to be significant.
They can if they're going to do this, they're going to come back with Avengers, then they're either going to have to, I personally think they need to wait. Let's see. I'm going to say 5.
Don't spoil it, though, please.
I'm just
You're so worried. You're so worried.
Because you know what, though? Honestly, people are respectful, but then there's some people, I'm sorry,
they're
real fucking assholes. And you know who you are.
But here's the thing, right?
I'm going to say at least 10 years, 5 to 10 years, if they ever decide to reboot the Avengers and these characters again.
With spoilers, there's probably like 30 things that would spoil it if we listed them down. But like, the truth is that like I know how to hold my tongue with that sort of stuff, because like, I can give you like basics.
No, I don't want
No, I can give you like basics. Like,
no basics. Don't even give me basics. I don't even fucking want basics. Seriously, man. I'm like, you don't understand. I was so torn today because I had to work, and I can't not like just play hooky. I'm not like a kid, you know. It's like, so I just couldn't go, and I was like so pissed because I really. You know, it was killing. My son's even like, Dad, what's the matter with you? I'm like, I can't. Like, you know, I'm working. So tomorrow morning, man, I'll be there.
It's not The Last Jedi. I will say that. You know what I mean?
Thank God.
You're going to get what you want. And it's not going to be unsurprising, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, because we give you fan service, it means that it's just all about fan service. It's not. Like, the story is literally the story of Thanos with the Avengers. That's the movie. And if you think that's a spoiler, you messed up. Just take it, run with it, sleep on it, get excited. Because if I came in here and said to you, like, oh, I'm not going to say anything, then I couldn't even tell you if it was good or bad. Like, to say it's good means that.
No, you were very thorough, but without saying one thing about it, which is great. Yeah.
No, I did a list of my top. Well, I did every superhero movie in a ranking list today. Yeah. And I've got it at number 4 right now. out of 65 movies.
Wow.
So every Marvel DC live action film I've put on the list, and I've got at number 1 to me, Spider-Man 2 is because I've grown up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then I've got Dark Knight because it's just such a
Yeah.
great film. Then below that, it's at a tie, and I can't decide between Infinity War and Civil War.
Wow.
Because I saw Civil War 5 times in the cinema, loved it. I thought it was just so well done and it was so smart. But like
Superman 2 is not even on there?
Oh,
no,
man.
it's like 7th or 8th.
Okay, because that was like my favorite
I love
thing.
that. But it's just, it's aged horribly. I watched it recently.
I mean,
the New York fight scene with throwing the bus and that, like, it's aged terribly.
Yeah.
When he throws non into the Coca-Cola sign, it's just awful now.
All right. I love it.
You can actually tell it's been done on soundstage today. Where
I love it.
It's amazing how with Superman, you know, because it didn't age well. Like when they flying through the air. When I was a kid, I thought that was the best thing I ever seen. And now you can tell that it's just a green screen with them laying on something.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh my God,
but like
come on.
The thing with Infinity War is that because I love like Star Wars and space and sci-fi, it's so high on the list because it actually felt like, this is what me and my dad were talking about when we came out of the movies. We were saying, why does Star Wars and Lucasfilm hold back on giving us those moments that we all want? Why are we not allowed to have that? You know what I mean?
Not?
And this is my argument. J.J. Abrams goes, it's a mystery box. It's like, okay, however.
Don't get me started with that.
A mystery box works the first time you watch it. It doesn't watch on rewatchability because if the film's not good, you can't rewatch it. So good that you surprised us with random characters with no last name, but there's no payoff. So what was the point?
Right.
If it's not actually like, you know what I mean? See, Avengers won't say to you, we're not going to tell you who's in Captain Marvel because it will spoil the mystery box. It's like, no, we'll tell you in these movies and then you'll go see them. But when it comes to our big finale films, we'll keep that a secret because that's the payoff. But Star Wars Episode 7, which was supposed to be a reboot, that's not a payoff. Like, hiding the fact that it's a reboot isn't a payoff. It's just hiding the fact that you didn't want to show that you were copying something. And the same with The Last Jedi.
Like Star Trek Into Darkness. Everybody says, oh, that's Khan, that's Khan. Yeah. But they were all saying, no, it's not. But yeah, everybody already figured it out. It was.
It's like once the movie's out and once you've seen it more than once, those mysteries don't work. And all you've got left is a movie, but the movie doesn't have anything besides its mysteries that only work on the first viewing. So it's like, what the hell? Like, the original Star Wars wasn't built on, oh, who is Luke Skywalker? Who is the mysterious Han Solo? It's like, no, these are the characters. This is the story. Go have fun. That's what the movie is. Like, why couldn't they just say, Luke Skywalker's old, here's some new people, go and have fun? It's like, no, they have to make it a big secret. It's like, why does it have to be a secret? Why?
Yeah. Right.
They're like, oh, because that's what stories are about, surprising people. It's like, no, you surprise us with the twists and turns. Like, we know Luke's there. Why hide him? It's like, why shell him away from us? You're just going to piss us off now. It's like, oh, because you'd expect Luke to do that. And it's like, yes, that's why I'm paying $20 because I want to see Luke do that. That's why I'm giving you money because I want to see Luke come back. I'm not giving you money so that you can subvert my expectations and give me a Luke that I didn't want just because it's surprising. Like, just because it's surprising doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like hiding Rey's last name because who are her parents? Well, they're no one. We just wanted to get you in the cinema.
Well, first of all, that's probably going to be bullshit anyway because from what I understand, they're changing shit.
Do you care at this point?
I don't care now, but when I see episode 9 and they make it interesting, I will care again.
But it's like, see, Star Wars Episode 7 should have been Infinity War level of like storytelling, like huge.
I know, and they didn't get it perfect. I know
you get these. This is not, and this don't freak out. I'm not spoiling, but you get these epic moments with characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do get epic moments. And you get moments where you see your favorite character and you get like your chest, you can't breathe properly. And it's like amazing. And that's just going to get you more excited. Calm down. But like in The Force Awakens, you get that moment with Luke and it's like, oh, thank God we got that surprise. Finally, we were rewarded for the surprise of Luke. then you just go and throw him down the toilet, and it's like, wait a minute, why?
Yeah, what the fuck was that, right?
We just waited a whole movie to see him, and now you're going to say, oh, you don't really get him. You get a version of him.
I mean, I'm getting the impression Disney just don't know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to Star Wars.
Nope.
Yeah, it's not
the episodic ones. I mean, I'm really scared about Solo, but
yeah. The issue with Star Wars is that Disney believe, this is what Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams believe, and you will absolutely agree with me on this. Everyone thinks Star Wars is what it is because of the reveal in Empire. They think that's what made Star Wars great, is the big reveal. It's like, no. That was just a shocking moment that made us hang on the edge of our seats. It's like, that's not what made Star Wars good. When Star Wars came out in 1977, and I don't know, you were probably quite young, probably 3 or 4 at this point.
I did see it, though.
If you look back, what happened was they actually released like bubblegum cards with the entire characters' profiles on there, telling you everything about them. And it's like, we went into Force Awakens. I still have those, too. Yeah. But we went into Force Awakens, and all it was, here are the faces you've seen in the advertisements. Who are they? Well, they're actually no one. We'll figure that out later. And it's like, oh, that's why you didn't tell us who anyone was, because there's actually no substance to this movie. It's literally just A New Hope with different people's faces.
Right.
You know what I mean, though? And it's like...
I know, and then we get something that was supposed to be completely different in Episode 8, and it sucked.
The problem was when I was looking back on Force Awakens was, like, people say that blockbusters have become for dummies. They've become unintelligent and just generic and simplified. And when you look at Force Awakens, it's so true. There is nothing smart about that plot. There's a map and there's a copy of the Empire running after the map, and they've got to go and deliver it to someone and then blow up a base. That is literally the plot. You know what I mean? Then you look at another movie that came out, and you look at another film that came out that year that got destroyed by critics. The fans said it was shit, and it was so much more smart, and that was Age of Ultron. And that movie was literally about creating an artificial intelligence that went crazy and tried to destroy the planet to protect it. So they had to build an opposing artificial intelligence out of an already existing security system to take it on. Like, that is such a more intricate and timely plot.
Age of Ultron was basically Frankenstein.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was smart, and like a lot of the terminology and the way the plot moves was quite intelligent, and it wasn't made for idiots. The problem with Ultron was that it just, maybe they didn't convey some of the intellectual, technological statements as well as they could have. So we understood it better. But the thing is that you compare that to Force Awakens. Yeah. Force Awakens is so simple.
Frankenstein or Metropolis. That's what it felt like it was based on.
And Force Awakens is literally like, that movie does not, you could be 2 years old and understand what's going on. There's a map to Luke. We have to go and...
And all that was bullshit too, though. Like, it's like, who created that fucking map? Not Luke, obviously.
No, that's what my problem was, like, I came back. Then why did you leave a map?
But that's what I'm saying. It was like contradictory.
The problem I had with that map half when I saw that, if you looked at it, it's like this little zigzag thing. And it's like, okay. Now, I could understand maybe the first half or the second half being missing, but they had that middle half to where anybody who knew how to connect the dots going, oh, I could do that.
Yeah, but you know what it is?
Like, there was one missing half of the map.
It's so apparent, though, and it's so obvious that you watch Force Awakens, then you watch Last Jedi, and you're like, completely different writers, totally going in completely different directions.
I actually think Force Awakens is a worse movie than The Last Jedi.
No effing way.
Yeah, Force Awakens, it copied and pasted A New Hope.
No, it doesn't matter, though. Even a copy and paste is better than that shit.
But the thing is that J.J. Abrams left Luke in such a horrible position. Like, he left Luke, abandoned everyone. So what does Rian Johnson do? How do I answer
see, first of all, not really. So all we knew is that we had Luke at the end, right? But it was up to the next person to shape a whole story around it, and he did a horrible job. So it's he basically set it up, but someone else ran with it the wrong way.
But why would you put Luke in that position? That's my issue. Why would you put Luke there? Why did Luke have to be in that position in the first place? Why couldn't he have just been around the whole time?
But why couldn't they twist it, right, and say that he got left there because of Kylo Ren? Like, maybe he was so badly hurt that he was just left there and then friggin' his ship was destroyed. He couldn't leave the planet. He couldn't do whatever. Maybe he sent out like the plans before he got hurt, whatever. They should have did it like that. That it was like almost like a prison.
Another question. Why was this is so you got Rey, who touches the Skywalker lightsaber. She has a vision of everything to do with
which
Luke.
means that her parents are Jedi. Like or whatever.
It should mean that her parents was Luke or she's from the Skywalkers. That's what it should mean.
Well, it may still be because supposedly Mara Jade is going to be brought back into canon. She's probably going to be a Jedi. She's probably going to be Luke's wife, and she's probably going to be the new leader of the Resistance.
Yeah, but you know we never ever get what we want with these movies.
I know, but we might this time. We might.
But this is the problem, though. Like you've got this is the planet Jakku. Let me explain it to you. There's the map to Luke Skywalker on this planet with Luke's old best friend. There's this girl on this planet who connects to the Skywalker lightsaber, and you also have the Millennium Falcon on this fucking planet, and yet none of it's connected at all.
Well, it's sort of...
How? Come on. If you were a writer, you'd piece it together that Luke left the Millennium Falcon for his daughter to come and find him.
Probably did. He probably did. But then they make it like it wasn't him. Because, I mean, it was like Han was looking for it, but maybe Leia had a hand in it getting where it had to get. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
But the thing was that if that was set up, and you piece it together, it's like, oh, it makes sense. Luke set it up that Rey would come and find him if she ever needed him.
They didn't even know who she was, though.
And the map was there. But the actual story is that she's no one. The Falcon just landed there by chance. The map's just doesn't... The map's not even in the plot anymore. The map's just there somehow. It's like, who sat down and wrote this thing out? Like, you don't have a Kevin Feige who sat there for 10 years and planned A and B, and he literally connected the dots from A to B. There's no B with this trilogy. It's literally start and let's try to have a big battle at the end.
And that whole middle thing was terrible.
Star Wars, they basically were connected in some way, shape, and form.
The whole middle thing was it Canto? Where the hell was that place that they went?
Yeah,
that was just so stupid.
It was Harry Potter.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say because I know we went from Avengers, now we're at Star Wars. I've been reading the comments about the Real Hoovians cast, and I definitely agree. We're gonna have a nice, huge Real Hoovians cast 1300th episode, and yes, we're gonna be positive.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because we're gonna reflect on the good things of Doctor Who, and we're not gonna reflect on the bad things at all. So you will get your positive than a mother effer positive next cast because we're gonna talk about stuff we love. That's what it's gonna be.
Doctor Who some love.
No, but you know what it is too. I think people get it wrong. I don't want to be negative. Scott doesn't want to be negative. Vaughn doesn't want to be like, oh, Doctor Who, whatever. We want to be positive. It's just they're doing stuff with it, but we're not going to get into it. But I know people are getting upset because they feel that we're really way too negative with stuff. And I'm not going to censor us, but I will give you a beautifully crafted Real Hoovians cast 1300. All right, but 1301, if something happens bad, we're going to be talking about it. We talk about the bad and the good. You take the good, you take the bad. I'm not trying to say the facts of life, but that's basically what we're going to do. So you're going to get a nice
Tootie.
Yeah. Now, leave your suggestions also below what you think I should do. Should I have an unboxing of some Doctor Who merch that I could actually search for and find? That I've been searching for past couple of days, and I think I found some cool stuff, but it's
all about making a little comic book shop across the street from where I go to see the movie.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the same stuff as it's pretty much been out for a few years. The curator, and a lot of stuff that we saw on Forbidden Planet was there too. So.
Yes, M. Saif Yulal Thanos does rule. And Daniel, yes, episode 9 is probably going to be bigger than, well, hopefully it's bigger than Rogue One. I don't know about Infinity War level.
No, you can cut that one out.
Yeah, I don't know. But no spoilers, Daniel. You know.
It's not going to happen that way. Sorry.
This movie better make $255 million.
I think the Infinity War is going to do over. It's going to beat Avatar. I think it's going to be 2,800,000,000 or something.
It's a big pull.
Yeah, it has to be. You know what the thing is? It's not really. I mean, yes, they have some 3D showings, but Avatar was totally 3D mainly.
What about Avengers 4?
Well, first of all, I can't tell you about Avengers 4 if I didn't see Avengers 3. So I'm gonna see it, and then I'm gonna formulate my opinion on basically what after watching what that's gonna be, because I don't know.
Go right now. Stuff it. Just go.
What?
Now. Go now.
No, I don't know, because I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know where they're going. I don't know. I stayed away from more spoilers. I don't know what it's leading into.
I said go to the movies right now.
Man. First of all, it's midnight. It's 12:08.
Yeah.
By the time I get there, I'll be exhausted. It's a 2-hour and something. I'm gonna see it early. I'm not even gonna have breakfast tomorrow. I'm gonna go there. That's it.
So your popcorn pop is going to be your breakfast.
I'm just gonna go there first thing in the damn morning, man. Super early. Hopefully it's not sold out. If it's sold out, I'll linger around.
That's why I went yesterday, because by the time I got off of work, by the time I got out of that movie, I would have had 30 minutes to basically get from where Eaton 6 is to...
I wasn't even going to do a cast tonight, because I was like, you know what? Because I keep going on the internet, and people that never spoil anything, spoiling shit. Like, they just like, oh my God, this is... And I'm like, shit! So I'm like, every time I went on anything, so I was like, you know what? I don't want to have a cast with anybody just oops and slips, and then I'm going to freak out. So I'll play Bloodborne, just roam. What do they call the term? Grinding or roaming or farming?
Yeah, farming.
I was farming for just roaming around, trying to get blood echoes, which is like money, to buy, hit points or whatever they call it in the game. And I'm just like, I got killed a couple times, and I got to new areas, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And I was just basically, because I realized that when I'm getting killed by regular guys, I'm like, I'm going to get my ass kicked on this boss, because these guys were tough. So I was just basically wasting time just going around, and then Hayden's like, stop playing this freaking game. I'm going to pay you to do a cast.
There's not that much to spoil with a movie. Like, people acting online like, oh my God, I know what Jesus Christ's real name is. It's like,
it's not like the doctor's name, remember that?
Like shit happens, but like
the doctor's name is Doctor Who.
Yep.
It's like, okay, thank you.
Now that guy should never be writing any major franchise again.
No.
God, he ruined that show.
He really did.
Well, we're not gonna get negative, but I am gonna say though, we'll save it. You know what? I'll save it for the whole week. So all right, so what do you think of The Predator, Hayden? Because did you hear the synopsis of that?
I've heard nothing.
Okay, you want to hear the synopsis? Supposedly, this kid, right, somehow communicates with the Predator, like from whatever science device, right? And I guess everybody's witness to this or something, and it's like a big thing, and everybody's watching. And for whatever reason, I guess because he's a kid, I don't know if he pissed them off, or like because he doesn't get it, or maybe he's just like, we're going to kill you or something, whatever. Or maybe they showed one of the weapons that they probably have. The Predators flip out. They all go to invade the Earth to totally destroy it. Because they were alerted by this kid. And then the government's like, oh, shit. Like, what the fuck? What are we going to do? So then they have to have, like, this whole team and whatever shit. So that's pretty funny, I think. It's pretty hilarious. Like, if they do it right, it's going to be hilarious. That's the way I envision it. But I want to see it, yeah.
I'm not a massive Predator fan.
Right.
I like the first one.
Yeah.
Not the other ones. But I'm a pretty big Shane Black fan, so.
Okay.
Iron Man 3 was great, and The Nice Guys was just awesome. So, and Lethal Weapon, come on.
Yes.
Gold, absolute gold. So I'm all in. Like, I don't care if it's a good Predator movie, but if it's a good Shane Black movie, then I'm going to be pretty keen.
Well, this is their last opportunity because Disney is getting the Predator. So
what?
And Aliens.
Yep.
Yes.
Are they?
Yes.
Why?
Because the deal does not just specify just the X-Men movies and Deadpool. And they are getting the whole enchilada. That's why they're spending billions. They're getting Alien. They're getting Predator. They're getting Independence Day. That's why they are getting shit that you don't even.
X-Men movie is going to close out.
They are getting the Orville. They are getting Family Guy. They're getting Bob's Burgers. They are getting so much stuff. It is ridiculous.
Are we getting a Home Alone sequel with Macaulay Culkin?
Probably not.
Damn it.
No, it's probably going to have Michael.
You know what? They should. But they shouldn't make it like he's a bum though, and like whatever. They should just get Joe Pesci and get them and like just do it. Yeah, that would be cool. But of course, they won't do that.
Surely, I'm not the only one excited for Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
I am very excited.
I want to see Cobra Kai.
Supposedly, they have footage of Mr. Miyagi that they never used that they're going to put in this show.
Yes.
Brand new footage from those movies that you've never seen.
Sweet.
Unbelievable. I can't friggin' wait for this.
Cobra Kai. That's why I got YouTube Red for Cobra Kai.
I might have to do that too.
Yeah. Because you're not going to be able to see it anywhere else, unfortunately.
Yep. When does that start?
Cobra Kai. It should be starting next week. It should be next week, actually.
Next week? I might have to get YouTube Red then. There you go. What is it a month?
Huh?
$9.
And then you can do it for the year, like a discount, right, or something?
Yeah, something
I might have to do it for the year.
Yeah, actually, it is May 2nd. So it's at the beginning of May.
There you go.
They're going to use the score from, what's he called? Bill Conti. Is it Bill Conti?
I hope they use the score from the old ones.
You know, the old, flute and stuff from the original?
Oh, maybe.
I absolutely love the story, though. That hit and how it causes, chain reaction from the other side. So you get to see it from their point of view.
That's how good Ralph Macchio looks.
That looks fantastic. That's a great idea, though.
Yeah.
That really is. That is one of the genius things.
Better than the reboot, Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
It's a continuation, really.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the dude.
I like that he's like waking up that's great.
I wonder if they're gonna get Martin Kreese back, the original Cobra Kai sensei.
Is he alive still?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they might.
Fear does not exist in this dojo.
I do admit they made Daniel very cocky and arrogant in this one.
Yeah.
Daniel was always a prick, though.
Yeah, pretty.
Yeah. He's not going to be the. Well, I guess it's going to be the reversal now.
Yeah, it's going to be the reverse.
Remember the first film? After Miyagi kicked their butts and they went into Cobra Kai and said that you can't touch Daniel till the tournament. And Daniel was going to school trying to rev them all up, getting all cocky in their faces.
Yeah. I love that when they sweep the leg.
Yeah. He was such a mess starter.
But they fought again though in the third one, but nobody really remembers that.
No, I do.
They did. They fought again.
Yeah, they were trying to kick his ass pretty bad though.
They fought again. But.
So was it the one where did this kick happen? Did it happen in part 2?
The kick was in the first one.
That was okay.
And then you knew that the kick didn't work in the second one.
Oh right, yeah.
So we had to do something else.
Right.
Yeah. What was the bongo drum?
Yeah, the moment he went to do that, they just kicked his ass. Try that over here. That's where we created the kick, and it's oh shit. Yeah.
And the guy comes in on the wire, a flying fox, comes in and kicks him out. What was it?
Then we had a 3, and then we had a 4. But Mr. Miyagi trained a girl.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Here is Swank. Yep.
So that was different. And then we had the reboot, which I never saw with.
I've seen it.
Which when it was being made, they made a movie. Because it was so similar to the Karate Kid, they had to call it the Karate Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was kung fu. It wasn't even karate.
No, he was doing something else in that movie.
No.
Yeah.
That was just some way of
But
getting.
Jackie Chan was Mr. Miyagi with the.
Yeah, he was.
It was called Mr. Han.
Was he? Was
Yeah,
he
actually, the karate.
It wasn't called Mr. Miyagi?
No, he was called something else.
No. It was literally a movie that had the same plot as the Karate Kid. So at Sony, they had to use the name Karate Kid. It wasn't actually the Karate Kid.
Okay, so they don't get sued.
Yeah.
I gotcha. And then it was supposed to make a sequel to that too.
But we will.
Yeah.
Come on, we much prefer Cobra Kai than the Karate Kid with Jaden Smith again.
Oh, definitely.
Exactly.
Oh,
Definitely.
God.
Oh. And it's cheaper. It's probably only like $20 million to do the series.
Probably.
Compared to like $80 million. On a feature film, be $80 million or something.
He was rumored to do Static Shock too.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're still doing another Die Hard, or is
because it was a DC.
Die Hard, yeah.
Is that going to be at Disney, or is that going to be before?
I think they're getting that too. Yeah. Well, I might have to look into that. I'm pretty sure they're getting that
because they're at they were trying really hard to get a prequel going called Die Hard Year One.
They're doing that now.
Yeah, I'm saying so. If Disney can get it, they can stop that shit because that's the same director.
It's not being stopped, dude.
Director who did Die Hard 4.
Dude, it's not being stopped. It's going to make it
awful.
It's coming out. Yeah. It's going to be half sequel, half prequel. It's coming out.
It's already a flop. It's already a flop.
You know what? Doesn't matter. But you know what, though? They're going to have to reboot it. They're going to have to reboot it because you can't keep going with him.
Yeah.
Did you read the leaked script for number 6 that they were meant to do and they scrapped it?
No.
It was called Old Habits Die Hard, and it was the anniversary of the Nakatomi incident, and he went to Japan for the anniversary celebration, and he was being awarded with the Medal of Honor or something, and all the old castmates came, like Samuel L. Jackson's there. They're all there celebrating him, and Nakatomi gets attacked again, and he has to go again to the Nakatomi Tower.
Oh, that would have been great.
Maybe Skyscrapers. That
would have been better than Nakatomi.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because they wanted to get who was the director? There was a really good director lined up for it, and the writer was really good too. And it was going to be Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson. They had a really good villain lined up who was going to be Gruber's son or something. So it was going to be.
Well, wasn't the guy in 3 the brother? Or was brother, right?
But this was going to be like the last Die Hard. He was going to die in the end in Nakatomi.
Okay. Oh. Wow.
So, but instead, they got Len Wiseman, who's a terrible director who did Die Hard 4, based on this guy who wrote Die Hard 5, the worst Die Hards, writing this prequel. And they're doing it where he was already a hero before the events of the original, which was like...
No way. No way. You can't do it like that, man.
That's what the movie is. That's why everyone's pissed. Because in the original, he was literally just a guy.
Yeah.
He was just a guy, and he just was a cop, and he just had to be a hero to save everyone in the building. And now they're going, well, in the 70s, John McClane was kicking, and they're hiring like a young actor in his 20s to play like John McClane in the 1970s.
But they're going to make him like he's a freaking hero, then everybody should know his damn name by the time he's
That's what they did in like number 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Remember the fuselage of the plane was coming towards him, and he was like sliding down that broken highway, and he like got out of it without a scratch, like...
Ridiculous.
Oh, it's very ridiculous after a while.
Well, that's another nail in the coffin of Variety.
Yeah. But surely they know that these movies are going to flop before they come out.
They were supposed to make a reboot of The Fly.
Oh.
And they never did. It was supposed to be like Nicolas Cage was supposed to be in it. And it was just, that would have been hysterical. That would have been hysterical.
No, he's not the bees, it's the fly.
No, but that would have been hysterical because he would in his youth he would have been in the movie. I would have been like, oh, that's great.
None of these reboots have worked.
Nope.
None.
Well, Jurassic. I mean, it's not a reboot. It's still a sequel. Jurassic World.
Jurassic World was kind of like a reboot, but Jurassic World 2 looks like Jurassic Park 4.
Right.
If you've seen the trailers for the new one.
But then the next one's supposed to be exactly like Jurassic Park, though.
Yeah.
The third Jurassic World is supposed to be.
Yeah. And I've said every damn time I've seen the scenes, it just reminds me more and more of The Land That Time Forgot.
Right.
It does. It just.
I know that. I am happy they're rebooting a movie of Land of the Lost, and it's not going to be funny either. So
that was an amazing movie.
They're actually using their own money.
That was the best movie I've ever seen with Will Ferrell.
What?
They were so pissed after that. They're going into their own pocket, and they don't even have that much money just to try to get something so it's not remembered for like Will Ferrell.
Oh, you've put me in the mood now. I know exactly what I'm doing after this cast.
Watching that.
Will and Holly.
I've got a party at. I've got a 21st at 7, but it's like 2 in the afternoon.
It's earthquake. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Look, stop singing, all right, you bastard. I'm trying to speak.
You don't see me do karaoke on these casts.
The father in that, the guy who played the father, the reason why you didn't see him in one season is because he felt there should have been a pay raise for every member of the cast. And
Uncle Jack was searching. That's what they created.
Yeah. So they switched him with Uncle Jack, but he came back. I forget if they resolved the issue or not. But he did come back.
Well, he was sent to a wrong time zone or something. Well, one of those portals. Remember?
Yeah.
Or either he went home or whatever.
He was trying to get home, and he got lost as well. So then they had Uncle Jack or whatever the hell his name was.
And then they found him or something, yeah.
And then they find at the end of the series, it's come to find out that in order for them to go home, another version of themselves had to enter. So that was real weird.
So they went home, and then at the same time as they arrived.
Yeah.
In other words, they're going to the exact moment that happens and going the reverse way. Yeah.
It turned out that they caused their thing in order to be able to get home.
Right.
I think my joke's lost its payoff now.
Yeah.
But
I know.
If I can say my joke now, it's not even a joke. Actually, this is what I'm going to do. When this cast is over, I've got a party tonight. In about 4 hours, I'm going to go out. But I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to chuck on the greatest comedy film of all time.
Oh, Jesus.
Anchorman 2, my favourite movie.
I love Anchorman 2.
I thought you were going to turn on Ishtar.
Do you like Anchorman, Joe, or do you hate it?
What, Anchorman?
Number 2.
I loved Anchorman.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Well, I liked 1. 2 was a...
I remember after number 2 came out, we did a cast, and it was either you were praising it or going off about it. I can't remember.
I think I don't know if I don't think I was praising it. I don't remember.
I don't know. I loved it though.
I just love the fact that the Steve Carell, I forgot his name, the Steve Carell character faked his death.
That's great.
And he showed up at his own funeral.
Yeah.
Hey Ron, how'd you install this deep fryer back here anyway? Ron, why do you have this bag of scorpions down here? Hey Ron, who's driving the van? Oh, don't worry. It's on cruise control.
Oh, we got some comments from our new member, David. He says he can't wait to do a cast with you, Scott, in the Real Hooligans. So, yeah, tomorrow maybe. There's always tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
No, I've been away for a while because I haven't been on social media.
Okay. Yeah, I know you left Facebook.
Yeah, I left everything.
Yeah,
I'm gone. But
were you in mourning for Doctor Who turning into a female?
Have you got any Doctor Who news for me?
No, there is, but again, I don't want to turn this into.
Just give me something. Who cares? What's one episode down the toilet? Who cares?
I mean,
give me something. Come on.
Well, all right. Again, we're not being negative, but it was a nice, positive thing that Christopher Eccleston ripped Russell T. Davies to shreds, and then Russell T. Davies responded by licking his Time Lord tush clean, saying that he's putting Christopher Eccleston on a pedestal, and all actors and actresses, and like how he's lucky. He's lucky to have them appear in his program, and he's their servant, and it's his job to make them completely happy because he's their boss, but he treats it that they're royalty and he's just a servant, and somehow he got it wrong. And Christopher Eccleston did not have the perfect experience in Doctor Who, and he failed him as a producer and showrunner, and that he's fantastic. He can tell me to go F myself every day. Christopher Eccleston's like right here, and it's like, and he's like, yes, and he can do stuff with me, and yes, whatever. He could say whatever he wants. If he wasn't happy, he wasn't happy. So he basically admitted, he didn't apologize, but he admitted everything he did, but he just totally kissed his ass.
Yeah, it's called damage control because
this was beyond damage control.
Yeah,
we all remember.
You don't even need to get that cleaned out anymore.
First Jurassic Park, where they had to go hunting around that dinosaur shit for that cell phone.
Yeah,
I think Russell T Davies.
I love Russell T Davies. I love Russell T Davies. So I'm not trying to say, but let me tell you something. Christopher Eccleston didn't have to poop for a month after that.
Exactly.
He was clean. Changed his diaper and everything. Done. Wow. It would smell like roses after he was done. It was crazy. So, I got to give it to Russell T Davies. It was pretty funny. Pretty damn funny. He really he has class, man. I got to tell you. He threw himself under the bus.
Russell T Davies medicated pads.
He threw himself under the bus, but in an eloquent way, like royalty, where he really didn't bash himself, but he kind of praised the shit out of the guy who was bashing him. So I love it. I friggin' love that shit.
That's all the news you've got.
You got some more.
Doctor was in October.
The last two things I got were the
Daleks might be in the finale.
What's it called? Alan Cumming.
Yeah, we said that already.
And the bus episode.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's all I got.
Listen, I've been in touch with Doctor Who sites, and it is bad. It's the worst it's ever been for news in the history since the internet started with Doctor Who.
There's nothing.
They are literally, when I contacted these sites, they are literally asking us to be writers because there's nobody. I guess people are turned off too by it because they're like, oh, nobody's even creating theories or nothing because they're just annoyed. So they need writers. They need people that are motivated. They need people to springboard or bring these Doctor Who sites back. It's because there's no news. Chibnall's not giving them anything.
That's why they just released the soundtrack for Series 9 now because there's nothing.
Yesterday. Yeah.
I mean, it's good, but it's like there's no It seems like it's dead right now.
The only other news is that Moffat did his own book of the Day of the Doctor, and he made it that he explained that the Doctor also saved Gallifrey from the Pocket universe, and that Jodie Whittaker and a whole bunch of doctors were saving Gallifrey, plucking it out of the Pocket universe. In other words, he said that River Song was in Day of the Doctor. She had a part. And also that they show in the book after the effects that Gallifrey is getting natural disasters and stuff. And the future Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, had to help out with the previous Doctors and save Gallifrey from the Pocket universe. So
is the other Doctors after her, or is she the only one mentioned?
Well, Russell T Davies in his book put Doctors after her. And he made one Doctor like a Michonne character with a flaming sword, and then I don't know. He did a whole bunch of futuristic incarnations of the Doctor, but the only thing is that it's not. It's the weirdest thing is because they're not showrunners anymore, so they cannot make things canon unless it has to do with their own. It's weird. It's just the only thing that was able to be canon is that Harriet Jones is alive. And she got away from the Daleks. That was the only thing that's canon because we never saw her die on screen.
No,
and a kid asked Russell T Davies, and Russell T Davies got permission, and it's his character, and he was allowed. And they said yes. In fact, he did it so where Harriet Jones may pop in the new series because they made it canon. So that's that.
I I need to address something. One of our from the last time we did it, when we talked about Doctor Who. This was from Mike Lee, and he did bring up a good point. He said, "Why did BBC America stop showing Doctor Who reruns after season 10 concluded?" Which is a damn good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. Too bad we don't have an answer.
Yeah.
Maybe it has to do with BBC. Really, I mean, maybe they said for them not to show it, which is not really. See, here's the thing going about to Doctor Who, right? And it's funny, we're using up all the information and we can't even do it.
Yeah.
But I went around. I even spoke to people from Hot Topic. I spoke to whatever. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing right now. I mean, they came out with that Titan set that I'm not crazy about, that weird Japanese-looking doctors, and I'm like, oh. I mean, I could have bought it, and I could have did unboxing for the 1300th episode, but I don't like them. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to buy something I don't like. So I was like, no, I'm not buying that. And so, I mean, they don't have anything, and they may get stuff in October, like a week or two before, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a lot of stuff.
I think they're waiting to see how Jodie does in the first couple of episodes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think they're waiting.
We got a situation now in America where Barnes & Noble used to carry all that stuff, and now workers don't even know what Doctor Who is anymore.
Nope, they don't.
And Toys R Us is going out of business, and
sad things. It's the same thing that I saw.
It's disappearing. It's like when Matt Smith tried to erase his existence from the universe to make him not remember, and that's what's happening everywhere. People are like, Doctor what?
Yeah.
It's like it's just getting scary that people just. By the time Doctor Who comes out, there's not going to be any momentum. There's not going to be any springboard.
This is a new series. Oh, cool.
Did we even get confirmation that BBC America is going to carry series?
Yeah, they should. I think they are. I
know they should, but I mean, they're really not showing anything now.
And it also, it's the fact that BBC, not all the states have BBC America, or some of the areas don't carry BBC America. It's strictly the cable provider. That's why most people haven't heard of Doctor Who, because that's the thing.
Oh wait, Von, keep going.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was going to say, have you noticed that in a lot of the Doctor Who branding and marketing material since Peter Capaldi left, literally they're using the image of Matt Smith as if he's still the lead actor of the show, like in all the Doctor Who. In all the Doctor Who magazines, Matt Smith's at the front.
Yes, you know what? The past couple of ones they did. Clara and Matt Smith, yes.
But they're trying to use Matt Smith's popularity to get the show still going off the air or something. Maybe Matt Smith's reruns are doing well in the ratings.
I don't know. All I know is that they need to do something because it's going to be a silent opening.
Who would want to come back to the show right now? It's not exactly doing well.
Yeah,
it's not a question. The thing is that
there's no money though.
Yeah, but no, there is money.
There's not as much as there should be.
No.
There's more money than they had before.
Yeah,
I feel like cut the budget.
Cut? No. Did you see where they're going lately?
No.
Oh no, they didn't cut no budget. Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, they going around.
They're just like living in the Ritz. I mean, they're going these places like Cape Town and all these. No, man, they're spending money. Now, they may not be spending money in the right place. I mean, they may be spending money just to go to exotic locations and not have money to make a monster. But, I mean, we have to see what it's going to look like. I'm not going to be negative. I mean, I just...
Can we get a trailer soon? Because it's like we're heading into, like, mid-year now.
Dude, we don't even know what
that's what we've been complaining
You know, the sad thing is that Chibnall is allowing people on set that he knows to do, and then they're not sharing the stuff with the sites.
And I'm like I'm saying, the click mentality of this man is, and I'm not trying to be negative, but it's cliquish at best. I mean, he should be. I mean, this is not even solely up to the showrunner. He can spearhead it, but this is why you have marketing and publishers.
Why can't you market it now? I don't understand.
It doesn't
market it, and why? You know what? Too, America is blocked from getting Russell T Davies and and Moffat's book paperback. I mean, you have to get an ebook. I don't like ebooks.
Maybe it'll be good. Maybe he'll be a good showrunner.
He might be.
He might be now.
Maybe a lot of the marketing material, like the logos and a lot of the promotional stuff's all been BBC marketing.
I mean, the thing is that you know what? Maybe his season may be the best ever. Maybe because we don't know what the hell's happening and we'll be surprised for once. But that doesn't help all the Doctor Who sites that have been around for years that people are going to be out of work, and it's sad.
Yeah.
I'm not visiting any sites. I'm right off there. Like, I went on today onto Doctor Who News and I saw that there was a Genesis of the Daleks screening coming up.
Right.
That's it.
I know.
But that's the news.
Right.
And I guess people, I mean, people can't wait for shows. And I can't say nothing about the wait time because if you look at what Sherlock had to go through.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that. I can't really complain about our wait time, but
Sherlock is done.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a dead period though. This is like between 1989 and 2005 dead. Like no one's talking about it at all. Like, you remember when the last time they traded showrunners, it was Russell T Davies to Moffat, and it was like the peak of the show. Like, it was the most popular it had ever been, and there was literally 3 months between the last episode of Tennant and the first episode of Smith. Like, it was like bang. And now it's like, I think they just really the show should have aired in March. That would have been the perfect way to, you know what I mean? But they just did it too early.
Yeah.
I even forgot about the Christmas special, to be honest. I forgot that there even was one.
Oh, you're talking about for the last season?
Yeah, I forgot about that completely.
Twice upon a time.
Yep.
Yeah, it was an average episode, and the ending was just a copy of the End of Time ending.
Really is. Yep.
Yeah.
There's nothing unique about it. It was just kind of like another. Christmas specials suck. They always suck, though.
I thought the regeneration, they chopped that regeneration to be like
that was the cheapest regeneration I've ever seen in my life.
That you haven't seen before.
No money for that at all. It's like he looked terrible when he was just like from afar.
Yeah,
it was bad.
Yeah, it was awful.
And it's the same thing like David Tennant. It was like a copy of that. It was a worse copy, by the way.
Okay, here you go.
I don't want to be negative. All right, we gotta get off topic. Get off Doctor Who topic.
But it was honestly like they didn't actually have the scene written or anything. And like on the last day of shooting, it was like, shit, Jodie's here. We should actually do something and use her for a regeneration. And they literally within 10 minutes went, say a few lines. Here's some old Tennant scripts that were unused. Quick, use those lines from the draft of the End of Time.
But Day of the Doctor, they took stuff from the Day of the Doctor line.
Yeah.
Never Be Cool, Never Be Carol. It's all like, it was a hodgepodge of everything before Capaldi. Nothing just,
It should have been more original. Like, I would love to see him fighting and then something happens that she has to come in and fight his battle because it was a mid-regeneration. That has not been done where the person regenerates during a battle or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been cool to see.
Instead of this little brilliant, and then she falls through the damn door a la Enemy of the World.
Yep.
I think they gave up. Like, Moffat was like, nah, I'm done.
The best time to do that regeneration was probably in Dr. Falls. Like, it could have been an epic battle.
Yeah.
That
should have been right. It should have. I mean, yes, it was great to have David Bradley for the first Doctor,
but they could have just.
They dragged that thing out for like so long. That regeneration. It was almost like dragged out like the Negan, who's he getting killed type of thing, Walking Dead. It was not that long, but no.
See, that's another thing that proves to me that they didn't have confidence in who they picked. Because if they honestly felt that Whittaker was the best choice, they would have had her come in probably midway through his speech, which would have been better than him getting done and then go brilliant and then.
But the whole thing was a copy of David Tennant into Matt Smith because Matt Smith almost flew out of the TARDIS too, so it was old copy.
Yep.
But again, we're not going to be. We'll try to be positive on the next one.
What is this running joke about not being negative?
You know what it is? People have been watching the past couple of casts we've done with the Real Whovians. There's been such bad news that appears like we're negative, even that we're just reporting the way it is, and it's.
Can we see the comments in this? Can we see the comments on YouTube in this video?
Yeah. It's. That's why I pulled the comment from. I mean, the people in the comment section was really nice. I mean, it wasn't like.
How do you see the comments?
Well, right now, in this one, in the one we're in right now, Daniel was talking about. Like I told you, and then David is commenting about how Harry Jones and he thought that she survived the Daleks, and I think Jenny's out there somewhere to return. He said hi, Hayden. This new David there.
Hello, new David.
Yes, David R. And then he said hi, Scott, and I did a cast with him. And he wants to do. He never did a cast with anybody, so we're gonna break him in and put him in one soon. Tomorrow, hopefully, after Infinity War.
Did you guys hear about the new Star Trek directors?
Quentin Tarantino, man. Quentin Tarantino.
I hope they go back to the Prime Universe. I don't like the Calvin universe. I really hope that they go back to the Prime Universe that they established with Captain Seymour in episode 475 of Star Trek: The Next Generation, the unaired deleted scene. Deleted scene number 475, the return of Captain Seymour. The greatest scene in Star Trek history. Phases were set to a hyperventilation shaft number 179. And I think if they use that plot line, maybe we can have a very good film. But it's not going to work if we don't use Captain Seymour. It's not going to work. The fans just aren't going to love it because the Captain Seymour was just the greatest character in the entire universe. And
shit.
if you don't use that character, then the audience isn't going to watch it. You're going to make $7 billion if you use Captain Seymour and the Flying Birds. The flying Klingon birds, they're what we want. We want the birds of Klingon to come back.
The birds of Klingon to come back.
Oh shit! What happened?
That was my knee.
Then the executive walks in. Then the Paramount executive walks in. What do you want, you fucking nerd? You think you know how to run a movie? You think you know how to run a series? I just want to see Captain Seymour. Come on, man. We all know that episode was the lowest rated episode of The Next Generation. 2.9 million views. But in those 2.9 million views, the views of the reruns. Those reruns. When I watch Channel 49 on a Friday afternoon, they play Captain Sea Monkey and the Flying Turtles every week. It's my favorite episode.
Oh my god!
Don't you remember the fan fiction called Star Trek and the Never-Ending Plumber? Don't you remember the plumber who plugged into the hyperdrive and he got sucked through the phase hole into the Gano universe?
And they didn't believe me. I said, "You're assholes." Mr. Paramount. And don't you remember the fan fiction on the website Star Trek Fan Fiction? And they should all have guns, and they should all be at war with each other.
Sir, will you reconnect the Kelvin and the Prime timelines in the next feature film?
Oh my god.
God.
The bad thing is that's real. It's true. It's damn true. Oh,
some
shit.
fucking nerds out there, isn't there?
Wow.
That's not like I don't know any of them personally.
Right.
I've seen a couple here and there.
Of course not personally, no.
No.
Maybe from
The
afar.
Prime timelines do not alter the Prime timeline. The Klingon and Captain Seymour must reunite. I'm telling you. $4 billion, you bitch.
You bitch.
Sell it.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Star Trek.
Oh my god! All right, we got to get out of here.
Oh my god!
You guys see the latest Star Trek Discovery news? They've cast Captain Pike, and he doesn't have the same hairline as the original actor from the original pilot episode. And that's mocking canon.
And the ships are different.
In canon, Captain Pike was 5'7", not 5'9". They have ruined the canon. He had light blonde hair, not semi-light blonde hair, okay? So, if they're not going to respect it, I'm not going to watch it. Boycott Star Trek Discovery. Change.org. Change.org. Boycott Star Trek Discovery and bring back Captain Seymour.
All right. We're out of here, guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye for now.